going
We
back
need a
on
case of
the video.
Modelo's every Friday.
Yo, I'm just saying,
There it
I wouldn't
is.
be opposed to doing mimosas on Friday.
We could work that in. All right, cool.
It really helps
So
my
we
back
live now.
afterwards.
We're live, right?
Yeah, we're live
right
now.
Anything you say will be on camera.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Will be held against me.
Oh, but it's the trailer is showing now, not me.
Yeah.
Right. Right. You seen the episodes, yeah. You know how it
You
go,
feel
yeah.
me? All right.
So yeah, we can give shout outs and all that. We can say good morning right now.
Happy birthday, Jamie. I love you.
What's up? Jamie, happy birthday. Shout out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
The second
my
largest
godson's
city's
mother.
first daily news podcast is live. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're waking up. Hope you're woke. You know, got your coffee, you're sipping on it, or maybe you're doing tea this morning, hot chocolate, cappuccinos, and all that.
Yum,
you know?
yum. Give me some.
Oh yeah. So this episode's gonna be a little choppy because the
It's-
Wi-Fi situation.
You want to use my hotspot?
No, we good.
Hold on.
Just so we can see your face a little bit better.
Hey, if you need to, I think you might be able to reach. I think you might be able to reach that one.
Hold on, it's something else.
Put them this way. Since you'll probably be looking more this direction.
Okay.
I just had to close one thing.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got mad windows open.
I do that too.
Be using this like that.
Mine's the worst is my phone. Like I'll open up the browser and it'll just be like 100 tabs open. Shit, no wonder why my phone works.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're gonna skip Frank because unless we got like Wi-Fi, like a router, like right here,
Okay.
we're gonna be skipping frames either way.
Well, let's go in.
Oh.
We'll deal with it.
Is there a bathroom here?
Yep. Right through that door.
Awesome.
Mhm.
I'm gonna wait until we get started.
Okay. Like then I'm a skedaddle.
Kind of run itself.
No problem.
For like a second.
Yeah. You let me know when you're good, dude.
Oh yeah, no, we're already live.
We're good?
Yeah.
Alright, everybody ready?
Ready?
Mhm.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is now 8:21 a.m. You're listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast, and we are on location today at the home of Talented Tents and O.N.U.S, 122 West Downer Place. What's happening? Good morning. We with.
What's going on? What's going on?
Bonjour.
Yeah.
Wee-wee.
Now this is going to be a double interview today, and it's a rehash of two guests that we've already had. We had Natalie Bonner with Talented Tents, and we had Andre Pearson with O.N.U.S. So we're going to be combining the two interviews today, and we're going to be discussing what they've done and what is coming up soon. And we're on location at Talented Tents. But first, the weather. All right, it's 62 degrees outside, and for those who are up and woke like us, it's kind of cloudy. Nice little breeze, though it feels good. Definitely fall is in the air. Get your fashion up. Okay, hit the Kohl's, turtlenecks. You know what time it is. It's time for all that. Timbo boots. Do what you like with the feet wear, but stay fresh. Let's get fly with the fall gear. Now it's going to be basically a high of 70 degrees today, so it'll be really cool all day. Tomorrow is going to be 63 degrees and partly cloudy. Saturday and Sunday will be 65 and 69 respectively, and then Monday will be 72, and they look to be nice, bright, sunshiny days. Call for Art still going on. That's Sugar Skull City, the month-long celebration in downtown Aurora that celebrates and honors the cultural and local tradition of Day of the Dead. Catrinas, those are the skulls that's painted up and look real nice. Now, to coincide with First Fridays and Day of the Dead activities on November 6th, Sugar Skull City promotion and activities will run from October 15th to November 15th. What you need to do is create a piece of artwork, 2D, using the media of your choice. The size is 12 by 18 inches vertical. Okay. Once your artwork is completed, send a PDF to info@auroradowntown.org or drop the artwork off at Aurora Fast Print. Shout out along with your name and contact info no later than October 5th. Now, these pertinent details have already been posted on the flyer, but we'll make sure to redo it again that you guys see all the details of what to do and where to go. And display, the pieces will be printed and displayed in downtown storefronts from October 15th to November 15th. Downtown businesses take on Hunger Action Month. September, Hunger Action Month, also known as HAM. All right. This month-long campaign brings awareness to hunger in the community and offers ways for community members to contribute to both Aurora Interfaith Food Pantry and Marie Wilkinson's Food Pantry. Shout out to both of them. All right. Now, there's a lot of restaurants and businesses downtown that are taking part, and they are Altiro Latin Fusion, donating 10% every Monday in September from 3 to 8 p.m. on orders of Al Poblano Tapas and A la Organica cocktail. Totally tore that Spanish up, didn't I? Sounded horrible, yo. Horrible. You know what? I didn't drink a lot of my coffee right now, so I'm not really good with the R's. I just can't roll them right now. Or fresh squeezed lemonade. That's crisp as hell. Gary Brown Art Studio and Gallery, Gillerson's Grubbery, La Quinta de los Reyes, McCarty Mills, Treadwell, Society 57, and Cottonseed Creative Exchange. Now, Society 57 and Cottonseed have donation boxes for Marie Wilkinson's during this whole month. Treadwell is doing Marie's Herbal Tea. And shout out to McCarty Mills. I was just there last night. Devin, what's up, baby? Good looking out. Brother Chimp, that's 10% off of the sales of that reserve keg. McCarty Mills is going to be donating that. The beer of the month is For the Masses IPA, and it's really good. And La Quinta de los Reyes will donate 10% from Tuesday through Thursday on any fajita plate during the month of September. Chicken fajitas, steak fajitas, veggie fajitas, and combo fajitas are all included. Now, there's some other news. There was a body that was found at Phillips Park on Monday. Now, that's wooden. And before I get off of this and get to our interview, I just want to give 3 quick shout-outs. Shout out to Pre-Mill and all that. Shout out to Keller Williams. And I'd like to say another shout-out to the Puerto Rican Fraternal Order of Police. And with that, we go to our interview on Good Morning Aurora. All right. So now we back. We back once again.
Yes.
Got
yes.
Natalie Bonner and Andre Pearson.
Great
Sure.
day.
Talented Tense and On.U.S.
Yes, sir.
So now there were 2 tracks that our interview took with both of you guys. Okay, we learned a lot about Talented Tense, and then we also learned about On.U.S. But we learned about the neighbor boxes specifically in the interview with On.U.S. Okay, so we'll start off with how's that been going? Because when we last saw you, you were headed to the Hunnits, to Roseland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It went great. It got a pretty big push. The push was bigger than I had imagined. When I first heard the idea, I didn't think it was that good of an idea. Thought it was just something to do. But come to find out, people really can take advantage of it. People really need that kind of stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. So I saw some pics. The pics look good. You know, very positive. I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Extremely
It's pretty,
positive.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty positive.
I want to shout out to Barbara Hernandez, who recently sponsored a neighbor box. Thank you so much, Barbara. And also to Geneva Pinson, who donated towards the cause. So we have a couple more neighbor boxes that will be popping up in the Aurora area
Yeah.
Right.
very soon.
Very cool. Shout out to our state representative and shout out to Geneva Pinson.
Attorney
Attorney?
at law, Geneva L. Pinson.
All right.
There you
She's
go.
actually our neighbor. She's on the next block of Downer.
Oh, if y'all need
Yeah.
legal help, you know, we got
She's
you covered.
amazing.
So now for those who are just tuning in who may not have caught our past episodes, we'll start off with you, Natalie. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
My name is Natalie Bonner. I'm from Aurora, Illinois, and I am the founder and president of Talented Tenth Social Services.
Very cool. And then Andre?
Oh, everybody knows I'm Andre Pearson. I'm from originally from Boston, through Chicago, Aurora.
All right. And here we are. So I really like what you guys are doing here. And we're at 122 West Downer Place, okay?
Yeah.
This is the Legal Arts Building for those who don't know. And what's going on in here with Talented Tense and On.U.S. is that this is going to be a full service social services
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
building, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the front to the back, all kinds of activities. You guys have a kids room.
Yes.
You guys got a kitchen in here, so you guys
Yes.
are gonna be doing a
Yeah.
whole lot of things coming up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last night was Burger Dog Chip. Tell us about
Yeah.
it.
Last night we partnered with Dan, who owns the Aurora Tap House. Shout out Dan.
Shout out.
And he allowed us to use his area back there to give our burger dog chips,
Okay.
away to people. And shout out to the shop in J Boogie, because they had a lot of traffic over there, and people was coming out of there eating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so it turned out pretty good, and people like the food too. Come to find out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a line back there hanging out, and one of the things I noticed was that it was diverse.
Very
Yeah.
diverse.
You had a whole bunch of. So for those that don't know, it was on basically the traffic that was on what's that, Lake Street.
Lake
Lake
The
Street.
traffic on Lake Street was able to pull up at the light and basically see you guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm talking to you, and I'm seeing people looking at us. How they like, oh, they doing. That was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yep.
yeah, it was real diverse. A few homeless people that just normally walk through the alley stopped, got them something to eat too.
Yeah.
And a few public officials,
Right.
Farmer Rob came out.
Okay.
Shout out Farmer Rob.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was pretty nice, man. Kids.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah,
all kind
kids ate.
kids ate from.
Now you do those every Wednesday.
I do that every Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So every Wednesday. Now you were having activities at 420 West Downer, but we'll catch you here because you got more things going on to come in the future
Mm-hmm.
with Aurora Tap House.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Natalie could probably tell you more about that,
Okay.
the specifics of what we'll be having going on at the Aurora Tap House. But specifically, we're gonna have quite a few people coming out this Saturday coming up, the day after tomorrow, where we're gonna have RPM riders, biker club. They're gonna come out. They do quite a bit of community work, and they saw us and we met, and they want to come out and support.
Okay.
So Dan down at the Aurora Tap House, he's gonna let us come down there and things of that nature and
Cool.
cook out with them and pass away all kind of stuff.
You guys
baby
are making
stuff.
moves. You're making
Mhm.
moves. I'm seeing the moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the moves.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
initiative is a part of the Hunger Action Month. So we going ham all month with the neighbor boxes as well as the burgers for a cause.
Mhm.
Because Andre actually makes some great burgers.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so good that everybody wants them, and they took mine twice last night.
Yeah, I didn't get one either,
So-
so they had to be good.
They were so
Yeah.
good. So
they-
the
they-
point
they
of
were good.
Saturday is also to fundraise. We will have tons of things that we'll be giving away: toiletries, baby food, diapers,
baby clothes,
baby clothes. hot dog.
resources,
Hot dog is free,
Right.
but the
dog's free.
burger, the gourmet burger, $5. You can't beat it.
Right.
Well,
and it's going
I'm
for a good
add to
cause.
it. I'm gonna add to the burger a little bit. I'm gonna change the ingredient up a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
saw
be
the ones
something
yesterday. You
special.
got green peppers popping out the burger. Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
Sizzling.
Fresh herbs
Right.
from the Marie Wilkinson garden,
Yeah.
picked the day prior.
Yeah.
Imagine the tastes. I just have to imagine because I didn't get to taste it. I'd like to reiterate.
I had to end up. Well, we ended up having to go to Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave all the food away. Well, I did. I'm sorry about that.
So I want to ask you guys. It's caught my eye, and I'm feeling it. You can't be powerful until you have hope.
Mm-hmm.
What's the strength and the value of hope? What does that mean to you guys?
I feel like hope encourages your will, and there's nothing more powerful than your will. So if you're feeling down and out, how powerful are you? Or mentally. But when you have a little hope, and that could be burger dog chip, makes you feel like, hey, well, people care about me. Maybe I am important, or whatever the case may be. So that's where that came from.
What's hope mean to you, Andre?
Hope, to me, it's in correlation to desperation to me. You know, because sometimes it seems a lot of people are in despair, and without something to cling on to pull us out of it, we'll probably stay there and wither in it, and probably have some type of ailments and stuff like that, because stress and things of that nature. But
Right.
when somebody lends an ear or a hand or anything like that. Hope's define men to me. You know, I like verbs. So if I'm able to lend a hand, that's hope.
All right. The goal of the neighbor boxes is to be in each ward, correct?
Yes.
How many wards are we in so far?
We are in 2 wards. I have contacted all of the aldermen. Great day to all of you. I'm awaiting responses from them because this is a collaborative effort with the community. The point is to encourage neighborly activities and neighborly behavior. So I want to make sure, we both want to make sure that the neighbor boxes are placed in areas where they're most needed. And the aldermen are the best individuals to consult with for that type of thing. So we're working on it. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you.
All right.
Yeah, and plus with COVID, you know, people have a hard time with public transportation and things of that nature because of the distancing and stuff. So they'll be able to come by on their own, you know, and plus the weather's going to break. So, you know, they'll be able to reach those things easier than trying to get all the way to a bus or whatever to get to a pantry and things of that nature. So we'll bring the pantry to them.
I asked about that specifically, that specific question about hope, because I've been saying to people for a very long time that, like, how you feel, if you feel despair, if you down in the dumps, if your mental state is in the pits, that is not going to put fuel on your fire to do your daily activities. Like, it goes a long way to motivating you to feel better, your overall health and everything. And I've been hungry a lot of times in my life, so I know the value of people being able to eat and how that fuels them to do more. When you were out delivering the boxes in Roseland and places like that in Chicago, what was the response like from the community?
Well, prior to the neighbor box, I was doing a lot of delivery and pop-ups in different areas in Chicago, so on the west side and the south sides. The responses were, oh, well, what do I have to do? What do I need to fill out? And I would tell them every time, like, you're enough. You don't have to fill out anything. This is free. They were very surprised by being given things without strings attached.
Right.
Yeah, that was my experience too. It was hard to believe that there's a free thing without a catch.
Right.
You know.
Right. You mean somebody just gonna do this for me?
And you don't want anything?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What does that say about? What does that say about America or society? What does that tell us?
We're taught to do things to get things. You're not.
You don't work, you don't eat type of mentality.
And everything, I use the phrase all the time, equitable exchange, right? That doesn't necessarily involve currency. You know, if I give you something and you're appreciative of it, that's an equitable exchange.
Yeah, time is money too.
And time is money.
So if people take the time out to come and get it, they should get it.
So that's an equitable exchange, but we don't think about it that way. It's always like a material aspect of it or an angle.
Right.
That's the issue.
I don't. And I asked that. You're right, because that's something that makes people could have probably gotten further with the help or sought help earlier if the overriding mentality in American society was not, I can't go over here because I ain't got none. I'm not able to access the resources that they have because I can't fill out the form and check every single box. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, it's putting us back as a society and as a people.
That's not community.
That's not. It's the opposite of that.
Yeah, neighbor.
It's not neighborly.
It's not neighbor.
And that's the nucleus of it.
Right. So let's talk history. Let's talk a little bit of history. I want to start with the beginnings of both Town to 10th and O.N.U.S.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll start with Andre. What was the beginnings of O.N.U.S? Where did it start? Where did it come from?
It came from it came from violence. People were shooting each other and stuff like that, and robbing and things of that nature. And people was wondering what can be done about it. And I had to come up with a way to do something. And I remember when I was a kid and getting in trouble and stuff, I never wanted to hear anything from anybody. Like, stop doing this, or you should do this, you got talent, or this, that, and the other. I didn't want to hear that, because I always thought that older people was trying to live their life through me and my talent. So I didn't want to hear that, vicariously. So it had came to the point where I became that same old guy. And so I was like, I know I'm not going to be able to have them kind of conversations because I didn't want to hear it.
Right.
And so I decided that it was a learned behavior to be that way. The reason why people were the way they were was because of some of the stuff they seen me do. And so they should see me do something else then. So I decided to do something else. Dropped everything and said, come on. But not to the kids, to the people that's around us, the adults, the men, the responsible ones, the vanguard, and things of that nature. Come on. Let's just be seen together, and that's all it should take. And lo and behold, haven't had a protest out here in a minute, right?
Right. Word up. And in between that, like I said, from the last interview we've had till now, O.N.U.S, y'all doing your thing. The message is positive. The message is spreading. The crowds is getting bigger. You're holding down Lake Street now with
Up or
people.
down? Up or
You're
downer,
holding
baby.
it down, yeah.
Up or down.
Up or downer, yeah.
Up or downer, baby.
History, Talented 10th.
Okay,
Beginnings.
The beginnings, I was in the financial services, and I was working for Mass Mutual, which is a great company. And during that time, we did a lot of community engagement. Shout out to Chris as well, my old manager. He used to play for the Bulls, and he was a great manager. He was very involved. He's a brother. So I started to see what was going on in Chicago, and I was fresh back up north. I was living in Southern Illinois, and it just was something that's already in me, and I just took the chance and started it. So the beginning was just a lot of collaborating with other organizations in Chicago, learning the ropes of being in the nonprofit industry.
Right.
Then it went to a phase where I took a whole year and I got certified in everything. Food service, so we can serve you meals. we have what we need to do that. I'm a notary. We can perform mental health services for the community through the state of Illinois. So I did all of those things, and last year I came to Aurora to start doing work, and I came across some amazing people like Terry Simmons and Sherman.
Shout
and
out to
Scott.
both of them.
Like, those individuals are truly my mentors. I learned a lot from them. So between then and now, it's been crazy in a good way because the progress won't stop. The momentum is here, and we're just beginning to do great things. So.
And your degree is in social work. Is
No,
that
my
correct?
degree is in economics.
Okay.
Economics, and I minored in French.
Okay. Well, you did.
Je parle français très bien.
Oh, there you go.
Orderly. Hey. One of the things that I do like about so up or downer is our thing now. We know what we're talking about. We speak about up or downer. What are the things?
Copywritten.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold that. That's virtual right now. Here's what I like though, and here's what people need to understand. But from Lake and Downer to River and Downer, and from Downer to the next block, which would be Benton, keep your eyes open because it ain't nothing but good happening over here. It's
Nothing but good.
positive. From Aurora Tap House,
Simply Destiny.
Simply Destiny,
All the way up to Our Savior.
Our Savior, Good Morning Aurora, Self Shouts, Talented Temp on. It's a positive block, and you guys are doing good things, and we're all coming together, and this is what it should be. It's a spirit of neighbor. It's also community.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. I also want to talk about and give you guys hear you speak on this. I also want to talk about your personal feelings about the growth of Aurora and what we're seeing taking place now. COVID's putting a damper on things and has put a damper on things. Things are slowed down. It's not the same as it was the beginning of this year. What do you see coming forward in the next 5 years, and what would you like to see happening in Aurora? Not just with ourselves and the organizations, but as a whole, as a community.
Okay. I'm definitely going to be honest with this one. I'd like to see more neighborly behavior, especially with individuals who have the power to make a difference. Just yesterday alone, we came across several individuals who are having housing issues, and there are properties all across the city that are vacant. There's no reason for people to be living on the street.
How long was that list? That list had like thousands of properties, wasn't it?
It's over 400 properties, but just within the last, it was a few minutes, and everybody that we spoke with had issues with housing or had issues with food. And my question is, why is there not more cohesiveness between all of the organizations? There's no reason why anybody in this city should be hungry, or no reason for anybody in this city to not have shelter. There's no reason, because there's too many resources. Everybody that I know helps people. Everybody. My whole circle. So what's missing here? So what I'd like to see in the next 5 years is that nobody has these issues. We all have somewhere safe to lay our heads at night, and everybody has food to eat. Everybody's working together more to make sure the resources are spread to where they need them and not to who we want to have them, because we don't have that power. We're put in these positions to help people, whether we believe they deserve it or not.
Right. About the same, Dre?
Oh, man. I was going to say something simple, but now I got to come on with it. What I would like to see, I think is going to happen, I'm pretty sure, is males, guys, dudes, and all the slang folk, fellas, just be men. And she was mentioning what's missing, and she sounded maternal, and me being a man, I'm going to be more protecting and providing. But the providing part's not there. The women are doing that for the men. So, but our program is changing that. Men are allowed to be men, be wrong, have bad decisions, histories, credit, whatever. Just be together and take care of our business. Then we can rehab some of these places that are run down. They're just on lists. We can rehab some people that's suffering from whatever they may be suffering from. I suffer from stuff too. And together, I kind of can get over it. I smoke cigarettes. Goodness gracious. But I'm around people that don't, so I slow down some. It's just that easy. If I'm eating and there's someone hungry, I should share it. It's little stuff like that. You know what I mean? But the women are taking care of everything. But there aren't very many women builders. You see,
right. Men
can. We know, we can lift more stuff. A little stronger. So I'd like to see men just being responsible. For each other and stuff like that. I think that's what's missing.
The time is now 8:48 a.m. You're listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. So we're glad to be on location with Talented Tents and O.N.U.S, Natalie Bonner and Andre Pearson. I've always been under the impression that, especially within some of the conversations within the black community, right? Mm-hmm. There's people who ask, where are our black leaders? Who are they in our communities and everything like that? Who are they in these certain positions? But my thought process has been more, instead of looking,
there you go.
Be, right? Mm-hmm. Does that make any sense? Or should we put more of a standard and a stock in the leaders who are already there?
Definitely not.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I definitely feel like if you want something done, do it. I think that's another issue that we as a people have. It's easy to pass the buck if we have this figure who's human,
Right.
just like the rest
Right.
of us. We can pass the buck like, oh, well, no, they didn't do this or they didn't do that. Well, you can. We're all the same. I say it all the time. We're all the same. There is capabilities that I have that I can do what I do. You have your own capabilities. You can do what you do. It may not be the same, but it still can have the same impact or more. So we definitely need to stop looking for leaders and become leaders. And that doesn't mean you have to head a Fortune 500 company. I always say that it's whatever you're good at. So
Right.
if you cook well, make some plates
Thank you.
and
Thank
give
you.
them out. Right.
Thank you.
You know, if you know things about the law, perhaps you can spread information along. You know, if you know someone that does something and somebody needs that, it's
Broker.
as easy as telling them, hey, I know someone. Become a leader. Stop looking for people to do what you want them to do. Everybody's mind is different. So what I want may not be what Andre wants.
Mhm.
So in order for me to get what I want, I have to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that one of the best things that I've seen in Aurora is that when it comes to the different communities and people who are taking part in the, especially the downtown experience, everybody typically tries to help each other. It's not like that in other cities. I lived in Naperville before I moved to Aurora, and that was just not happening. It was completely non-existent.
Yeah.
As a community here, how have the businesses been with you guys?
I've had mixed, and yeah, I've had mixed. I have definitely come across many, many, many organizations who are extremely supportive and want to be a part. I've also come across organizations who are not supportive and want to be seen, and that's the difference. If you're doing the work, you can't help but be seen. But if you're trying to be seen by doing the work, it's just not going to work out for you.
Right.
And I always add, God don't bless no mess. So I've had mixed reviews, and
Right.
I'm going to be honest about it, but it don't stop.
Yeah,
Right.
I got tougher skin, so I don't really pay attention to this stuff. I've been in positions where I had to be patient,
Mm-hmm.
forced patience. So now it's second nature. So when I see, something that I would normally disagree with, I just don't give it any energy. If I do, then I build it.
Right.
So I ignore it. If it exists, it's hard for me to really pay attention to it. I'll be like, somebody will say something. You see how they looked at it or whatever? No, I didn't. Wasn't
Right.
paying attention.
Right. Don't even give it no airtime.
Yeah, that's the main thing,
This a
too.
little too much airtime.
Yeah.
The topic, But you can see how I roll. I don't see race, even though sometimes on us seems predominantly male. I don't see sex either. I just don't see that stuff.
What I think is unique about your organizations, both of them, is that from the outside looking in, I've seen it's been pretty, it's definitely pro-black, but
surely.
it is it's mixed
Of
in
course.
working and building relationships and getting the point. I've seen a lot of people in and out of different kinds of
Age groups
races
and
and
everything.
nationalities. Yes,
All
I have.
demographics.
Yeah, this it's one of the things that kind of attracted me. I was like, what they doing over there? Who the hell is, they got
Good smiles.
Everybody
It's,
over there.
it's
They got
just
everybody
it's
over
just
there.
good smiles.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
It's
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a strength
Mhm.
because I think that one of the, especially within the black community,
Mm-hmm.
I think that one of the things that a lot of organizations do is that they want to help African Americans, strengthen and keep up African Americans, and make sure that African Americans rise up, but don't want to hear any feedback from or collaborate with or do a project with or have a fundraiser with or host a fundraiser with
Right.
any other group unless they're African American. I think that's not the best way to go about it. If people are willing to help,
Mm-hmm.
they should be allowed. That's how you build community and build teamwork. Neighbor certainly doesn't have a color. So I'm glad that you guys are not that kind of organization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you guys work with everybody. You know the value of teamwork.
Yeah, you have to.
Mhm.
You have to. It doesn't make sense. I'm not living with just African Americans. I'm not living with just white people. I live with everybody.
Right.
And we're all the same once again. So when it comes down to that, it only makes sense to work with everyone. I don't care who wants to help my people. Black, brown, red, or yellow. If you say you interested in assisting me with a program that is helping my people, let's get it. I'm definitely not going to say no to that.
Talented Tents.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that name come from? What's that mean?
Well, I believe I mentioned that on the
You
first
did.
show.
You did.
I'll go back
You
through
did.
that again.
It's worth the rehash.
Yes, it is. It's,
it is always.
It's from W.E.B. Du Bois, and the idea is that there were going to be 10% of African Americans in a position to assist the other 90%, and that was their job. That was what they were supposed to do. It does go a little bit deeper, and I definitely generalized it, but that is the premise for why I chose Talented 10th Social Services for the name. I feel like if I know something, it's my responsibility to make sure I spread it to individuals who may not know.
Each one teach one. Yo, if the camera caught me looking crazy, it's because somebody's using a saw or something in the back.
Yeah.
But that's cool, though. Good Morning, Aurora. We roll like that. You
We
know,
on
it's-
location.
We on location.
Yeah.
We
We
getting
on
it
location.
in.
That's David. Shout out David.
Yeah.
Yeah, so quick story. It was a guy had come in, and well, we find out a lot about people. We find out a lot about people when they get their hamburger or what hot
Right.
dog, you
Mhm.
know. And this particular guy, like, we got people that are managers at stores,
Mhm.
and they sometimes they can't hire black people. You know, so the guy sat here and cried about it because his hands were tied as far as hiring whoever he wanted to. You know, we talked about the interview process, you know, and how you find good candidates. It's character, you know, and spirit and auras and stuff. The application's not going to help because most people may check a box that would keep them from getting hired, or not check it and keep them in a position to get fired. So it's hard to have stability, and then that's if you get in.
Right.
And so he was pretty emotional about not being able to hire black people. Yeah, I never knew that people in those kind of positions was being prevented in some instances to, you know,
It's a large chain,
block the
too.
way and stuff like that.
It's a large chain. I'm not even going to open that can of worms, but it's a
Yeah, but-
large chain.
Well, I won't open the can of worms, but I'll definitely display the can of worms. I actually tell you a story. I worked in corporate America for a long time, and one of the first jobs I got in corporate America for a certain company was I got hired in the HR department.
Oh, wow.
And we used to onboard people was the process. So I got to get their drug test results, they 2 forms of picture ID, and they background check. And you know what was crazy? Just like the law in certain ways, depending on what you do, you don't have to go to jail. There's a whole smorgasbord of things that could happen. Maybe you get weekends. Well, that's jail, but you might get probation, mad probation, instead of going to jail. Waivers. The things that people could get, you could still get hired. Having a little something on your background, but I was seeing people's backgrounds, and I could see that he got something, but it's 23 years old. The judgment call was on me to hire him.
Yeah.
I was hiring. I had the ability to do that
Yeah.
for a little bit in my life, and I made the best judgment calls I could, but I did keep in the front part of my thinking, like, you know what? Whoever, little,
Bumps in the road.
it's not murder. It's not discharging a firearm at 2 feet from a school. It's not a sexual related crime that ain't nothing.
Things.
That ain't nothing. Possession of what? 12 years ago. Come on, bro.
That's
48 years old.
That's
Come on,
that talented 10th idea.
right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And it's on
Exactly.
us to hire and fire. and,
Exactly.
stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
A guy called me this morning, asked me for a job. I hadn't heard from him in this year, and he figured I'd be the one that called. He
Feel
said,
good,
"I
don't
thought
it?
you were hiring." I said, "I am."
Feel good, don't it?
Yeah,
Feel good.
Surely a blessing.
I
Yeah.
am.
The time is now 9 o'clock, and you're listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. We're sitting down with Talented 10th and On Us on location 122 West Downer, Talented 10th Social Services. Now, here's the thing. We're going to get a little controversial.
Let's get it.
Marvin Gaye or Al Green?
There you go.
I answered this one.
See,
too.
you
This
know
the
it's
same-
controversial
this-
'cause
no,
they
this
look-
the same question. I'm sticking with Marvin because the grit thing. You can't be too smart, so I'm gonna go with.
Yeah,
Marvin.
I go with Al Green just so they can both get a vote.
Stylistics or Temptations?
Ooh.
Stylistics.
Temptations.
It's got to be that way.
Really?
Gotta come and see you, Otis.
Gladys Knight or Patti LaBelle?
Oh man, Gladys all day.
Patty.
Y'all just not y'all.
She can cook.
Y'all
She
work
got her
so
own
good
cookbook.
together,
She
but
got-
Gladys can cook. Gladys had a
She
whole
don't got
restaurant.
a cookbook. Well,
She
yeah.
had a whole restaurant prior to Patty. I like Patty too, though.
all right. Michael Jackson or Lionel Richie?
Oh man.
Come on, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike
Mike.
all day.
My bad, Lionel. Got to do it to you.
I was more of a Commodores fan, not really a lot. You know.
Okay.
I was with him when he was with the Commodores. Yeah, not
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
a solo artist. He wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Barry White or Luther?
Luther, I was just saying how I was scared of Barry White prior to coming here.
Really?
Yeah.
He was big old man and had all that hair.
Black and
did.
she was light skinned.
Yeah.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Yeah.
All right, and then I think it'd definitely be appropriate, but would it be Prince or Rick James?
Man, that's rough.
Prince.
I don't know.
Easily.
Yeah.
So, okay, it depends if you're talking about music or
You gotta like
personality.
Okay, yeah.
And it's still a tie because I liked Prince's nonchalance / he just glided everywhere. But then I like
That was the opposite of nonchalant, though. You know.
Yeah.
he's very nonchalant, just whatever.
Mhm.
And then with Rick James, you got the whole skit on Dave Chappelle.
Mhm.
Well, both of them had skits.
They did.
So it's a tie.
Mhm.
Rick James was also in he also played in Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
Mhm.
He did.
He was Spanky at the beginning of the movie.
He was in there.
That Eddie Murphy owed him money and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a tie. I can't pick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got to get some soul in it with the talented tents on us. Get the good question.
Yeah.
Now another very, very controversial topic here is I'm not gonna ask who cooks better, women or men. I'm not even gonna touch that landmine.
Mhm.
But what I will say is that I believe that women bake better than brothers. Am I wrong?
Well, we haven't had a baking contest yet.
I think there should be a bake-off.
I don't. Well, the men will win. I mean, I don't think women can bake better than men.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. Or the stove, or the top of the oven, or hot plate, or barbecue, or
Hot
what-
plate.
or any form of cooking, boil.
I think there should be a bake-off.
We can definitely do a bake-off.
Yeah, we had a Battle of the Sexes cook-off.
Yes.
Down at the.
Now, my
Lutheran
co-host
church.
Christine went to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Showed me the plates. The place was swole.
Place
yeah.
was swole.
Well, ours.
For the listeners, that means large amounts of food.
Gluttony.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we only had burgers and hot dogs.
That's
And we
where
had chicks, too.
their name came from.
That Battle of the Sexes.
The
is
Battle of the Sexes.
where the females came up with the women came up with the burger dog chip.
Burger dog
Me
chip.
and Kayla, we were making fun of them.
us because they had
Everything. We had
baked
everything.
macaroni,
Yeah, I had it.
tacos, fajitas.
The
They had
wings.
Shrimp. They had the wings. We had shrimp.
Yeah, somebody had to
tacos.
try to
And
help
they
us.
they cheated because they used the home. This is supposed to be all done outside. So that should have been an automatic disqualification. However,
It was for a
we're
good cause.
merciful.
Right.
So we allowed that thing to go on because we won anyway.
Yeah.
Natalie, what do men bring to the table of family, neighborliness, and community?
Well, men set the example because they're the provider. They also nurture while providing. They provide security for the family. They are the foundation for our communities. They have a very important role.
Andre, what's the role of women, and what do they provide and bring to the table of community, family?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Band-Aids, being a male, you got to kind of go through some stuff, some bumps and some bruises. You got to try and work and bring in the money and stuff like that, and it might not always work out for you. Might have a guy in HR just decide he don't want to hire you, or different things. So when you go back to the woman, it's comforting, that you can do it. Pat on the back, Band-Aid, in other words. Food, like go home, just get you something to eat, and take care of the children in the house so that everything's clean. It makes it easier for a man to be able to be a man. That's when there's a woman, So to me, I'm sort of traditional. Not to say that, they don't bring in their own revenue and things of that nature, but they provide a softness for the soul of a man, that go-to person, They just really impactful, and for the psyche too, it's rough without women, It makes you feel better, especially when they like you.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, they
Good
make
heavens,
things.
the importance of that.
They make stuff feel good.
Yeah. When a man loves a woman.
Well, at least they should.
That's right.
I'm not gonna sing on the mic for y'all listeners out there.
You might need a little karaoke night or something, Curtis.
Well, you Talented 10 on us. Good Morning Aurora. We present the karaoke night.
Something else we're gonna put on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now we got to do it.
they got the Natalie drink down here at the at
Oh, yeah,
Dan's.
Oh, that's
Sunshine.
right, Aurora Tap House.
Yeah,
That's
we
correct.
have the Sunshine, and then we're going to be debuting the GMA drink this Saturday.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, Good Morning Aurora has their own beverage
Yeah.
unveiling.
That's right.
Saturday.
Unveiling of the drink. I mean, come on, you know how we do it.
Pop that collar.
This is collaboration. It's collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
It's well
So
deserved.
our show ends on a positive note, as you guys know. Okay, I'd like you guys to both give us and the people and the listeners a message to take with them for today on Thursday. So we'll start with you, Natalie.
My message for today, as it is in every day, is if you woke up this morning, that means you're still needed.
Still in the fight.
You're still in the fight.
Right.
And whatever you want to do it.
You can
either
what
win
you
or you can learn.
wanna do.
We never lose.
And
I've
they
never
become-
lost anything.
That's right. All we do is win.
All I do is win
All we
or
do.
That's a
learn.
better way to
That's
put it.
all I told JV, Hunter, Christine, shout out. I told y'all, all we do is win.
No matter what.
No matter what. It's not a loss. It's not a retreat. I'm going forwards, just backwards right now. Don't. It's not a loss. Don't.
It's not a
I'm
loss.
going
not a
forward,
loss.
just backwards right now.
One
I could
L
dig that.
and the other L, we making W's.
Hello.
With it. It's not a
I
loss.
love that.
It's not a loss. We will come back. We'll come
Win,
back. Straight wins. The most fun you can have on the morning show in the morning. I'm telling you. Dre, what do the people need to take with them today?
Oh, love is stronger than hate.
That's right. That's right. That was the message that you gave on your your first interview, that was the message, and that's what we put on the picture of your interview. Yeah, that's right. Love is stronger than hate.
Yeah.
Love is always stronger than hate. Whatever they come at you with, that's cool.
That's my secret ingredient in the food. That's why it tastes so good.
Well, we didn't even get none, so I don't even know.
He keeps bringing up the past.
Right.
Well, love is
The burgers look good as hell, so I'll take your word for it, though, brother.
Yeah, there'll be more.
Yeah. Well, on that, but seriously though, on that note, the motto and the mentality of love being stronger than hate is what has fed people from here to 420 West Downer and yesterday. So it's for them to eat,
Roseland.
not ourselves.
Roseland.
Yeah.
And
so definitely
has
that
house
little
cities and
you guys are and have been literally feeding the community and providing that hope to make people powerful in life. Yeah, that's what's up.
It's
Shout
not
that out.
just burgers, dogs, and chips. That is just like the segue for, the conversation. It's you come for the food and you end up staying for the fellowship. So that's really important.
Where can people find you guys at?
Well, you can definitely find us on our social media pages, Talented 10th Social Services, and on us. We're on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, Andre Pearson, Natalie Bonner. We're at 122 West Downer. If we're not on Downer, we might be in Roseland at 11001 South Michigan.
yeah, and you could find on us on Facebook as well. It's the official logo. There's a lot of on us Facebooks, so make sure it's the official logo.
Right. Got a question from one of our listeners out there. When's the next time you guys will be having food?
Saturday.
Well, we have food now. Cooked food or non-perishables or just.
Oh yeah,
'cause
we have
got-
non-perishables at
we
our
got
neighbor
stuff.
box. There's a neighbor box here.
Yeah,
so
you
if
can
you
come
guys
to
need it,
122 West Downer if you need something right now.
yeah, we have
it.
non-perishables.
And,
We also have baby food,
Baby clothes,
baby diapers,
we got-
toiletries. We always have whatever you need.
The
So
next
122
time-
West Downer, they can pick up non-perishable items,
Yes.
foods,
Yes.
and the like anytime. And the next cooking event,
The next cooking event is going to be Saturday. It's supposed to be from 3 to 6,
It'll probably run
but
over.
it's gonna run
It's
over
gonna run over.
okay, from
It's
3 to
gonna-
6 at Aurora Tap House.
at Aurora Tap
You
House.
won't be able to miss it.
You'll smell
You'll
the
see the smoke.
Oh, and another thing. What was I going to say? Yeah. Well, never mind. I think
No.
I'll-
What if you want, go ahead.
Well, there's a phrase I've been dying to say. Don't say it.
He'll tell you guys
Yeah,
later.
it's
Okay,
it's
cool.
really for the men, and it's beautiful. And when I get a little more legal or whatever, then I'll say it. It's a beautiful term that we're gonna use
Okay, yeah.
for each other.
We'll hold that
you
down.
know.
We'll hold that down.
But
We
it's
gotta hold that
it's
thing
good.
down.
Holding
little
it
bit.
down means not debuting it now.
Discretion.
Yeah.
Just some
Discretion.
discretion. It's
My
okay.
goodness.
Okay.
Oh,
We have a couple shout outs
one more
though.
thing. Okay, go ahead with the shout outs.
Midwest Trophies,
Shout out
who have
Midwest.
been providing the beautiful plaques that are going on the neighbor boxes. We really appreciate
They do
them.
a great job there.
Of course, Aurora Interfaith Food Pantry. We love everybody there. They're amazing. We make sure the quad, of course. Special shout out to Simply Destiny because September is
Absolutely.
also Suicide
Prevention Month.
Prevention Month, which is very, very, very important. So I want to shout out to Liza, Marty, and the whole Simply Destiny family. We love you guys. They are the best neighbors ever. We do so much stuff
Yeah.
together, so I love them. And once again, my best friend Jamie, I love you.
Word up.
We got a podcast coming out.
Okay.
Called Coffee on the Curb. Me and Brother Curtis is gonna spearhead that thing.
I'm excited about that.
It'll be to you guys in about 2 weeks. I move fast. The premise,
Y'all heard that?
yeah, the premise is to allow men to have them a cup of Joe since the weather's about to break.
Right.
A cup of coffee or whatever's in your cup, and
No, you know,
hot
it better
chocolate
be
Coffee
coffee.
or
tea. I'm
tea.
Yeah, y'all
I'm
can't.
just saying.
Yeah,
You know,
don't
warm
pour no
milk.
Jack Daniels in your coffee.
I didn't
Come up
mean
to
it
the
like
yeah,
Not in the morning.
no.
because it's going to be a morning setup. So so we can have a conversation about issues and stuff like that's bothering us and things of that nature, and come up with remedies.
Right.
Always in on a remedy.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, look the word remedy up when you get a chance to.
All right. Very cool. Well, we appreciate this interview with our friends of Talented Tents and O.N.U.S, Natalie Bonner and Mr. Andre Pearson. This has been another great episode of Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. This is new for me doing this, so that's why I'm kind of like looking all weird on the camera. But we hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Keep the comments coming and questions inside of the live stream when you see them. If we ever have a guest on, you want to ask something, simply type it in the comments, and we'll do our very best to get to that. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us and follow us on Facebook, on the gram too, at Good Morning Aurora, IL, and we're on Twitter. We're everywhere. We're on Twitch. Come on, baby. I told you we'll be on Twitch. The TikTok and all that. Come on. Let me stop.
Come on.
Anyway, we appreciate this interview. And we appreciate the chance to sit down and learn about another great or two great organizations in the Aurora community that are doing things to help people and bring us together. So on behalf of Good Morning Aurora, I'd like to say thank you to my team, Christine, JV, and Hunter, for another good episode. We work together very well, and I appreciate them for all that they do. I want to say shout out and thank you to all Aurora artists, and I'll give my own personal shout outs at this moment to our friends of Visual Arts, Gremlin Studios, and also want to say thank you to all of our elected officials and our state representative, Barbara Hernandez of the 83rd District, State Representative Stephanie Kifwit of the 84th District. Shout out to all Aurora veterans. Go Navy.
Yes.
Shout out to the Marine Corps and all that. And we will see you guys tomorrow here on the second largest city's first daily news podcast, Good Morning Aurora. Peace.